Selamat petang semua, saya BENSON. Saya gembira berada di sini hari ini. So, I'm the last presenter for today's workshop. I have a huge responsibility because I have to keep tab on the time because I'm standing in the way to get back home. But you know what? Do you hear the thunder just now? It's pouring outside, so I guess everyone is trapped in, so I have about like 2-3 hours session with all of you, all right? Now, so before I start, let me give a quick introduction of myself. I'm not a best-selling author. I'm not even an author. On the contrary, I'm a geek, all right? So I'm a founder of a technology company called Vactors Private Limited in Singapore. We develop software for schools. My biggest passion, personal passion, is to develop tools to help students, especially the little ones, to master their language skills with a key focus in the area of oracy. So speaking, reading aloud, communications. All right. So I've developed, designed a few products, and they are used in quite a number of schools in Singapore right now. But guess what? I'm not going to talk about any of those. Today I'm going to introduce, oh, it's really small. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to blow it up. Now, so this is brand new. So I'm going to talk about something that is totally brand new that I have not even talked to any schools in Singapore yet. It's called the Vactors Club for Schools. So, sorry, you're not the first one. So we have some schools in Indonesia right now, so they are in Aceh, Yogyakarta, Banten, Kalimantan, and most recently in Palembang. So I'm going back to Palembang again 3 weeks from now to work with the teachers. So, so what the topic for today is write, read, publish, a simple to inspire audiobooks creation, motivating students in language learning. And I have prepared this, right? So this is the outline. It's a little ambitious. I only have about an hour, so I was kidding that I'm going to hold you back for about 2-3 hours. I'm not going to do that because I still have to get back home in Singapore after this. So this is the outline. So I'm going to talk about what Vactors Club for School is, and what are the learning objectives that we have designed for the Vactors Club. Right? And how it can be used in school. So can I have a show of hands? How many of you are not teachers? I know, see, some of you are preparing to put out your hands. So I know majority of you are teachers. Can I just have a show of hands? How many of you are not teachers? Okay. Oh, cool. And how many of you are not primary school teachers? Kindergartens, oh, okay. Secondary schools, okay, so majority of you are primary school, great. So that fit my target audience. So, so I'm going to talk very quickly about how it can be used, and then I'm going to do a demonstration. Now, I know that it is really hard. Even for those sitting at the front row, it is very hard to look at the slides because they are really, really tiny. So I'm just going to try my best to show you what I can. So the first part, until the demonstration, I'm trying to do it as fast as possible because I am going to give you more time to do hands-on. So all of you are going to go onto the Vactors Club platform with me. I have actually prepared an account for every single one of you. And all of you are going to voice act with me. Right? That's great, right? I mean, that is the beauty about a digital platform, right? But I'm not going to give out those accounts to you yet because I'm going to lose you. The moment I give it to you, I'm going to lose you. You are not listening, you're basically going to your phone, trying to go to the website and trying to sign in. So I am going to I prepared about 20-25 minutes for us to do the hands-on. And then for the last 5 minutes, I'm just going to talk very quickly about a pilot program that I hope to start in JB. So I've already started in Indonesia, and I hope to start in JB, but only for 1 or 2 schools. With teachers who are very passionate in this, who buys into this, And I would like to invite you to come on board and join our pilot program, but not for all the students yet. I just want about 5, a number that I can manage. All right, so I'll talk about that later on. So, what is Vactors Club? For those who can see, if not, I'll read it out to you. It is a web platform. That means it's a website. All right, sometimes you say website. What? Website? So it's a web platform, it sounds high and mighty, to allow students to produce audiobooks, audio plays, any forms of audio content, which we collectively call it podcast these days. All right? And they're going to do it collaboratively in 3 steps. So remember, in addition to what Neil taught you about all those techniques about telling a story to your children, remember these 3 steps in Vactors. Write, read, publish. I'm going to test you. Write, read, publish. How many steps are there?
3.
Which are the 3?
Write, read, publish.
Very good, children. So later on, you're going to see all these 3 steps in action. All right? Now, so what is the learning objective? Very simple. I don't want, wow, it's like you write a whole essay about to justify all the learning objectives. Very, very simple. We just want to develop the RC skills in students. That's it. A lot of, I've encountered a lot of students in China, in countries who are learning English as a foreign language. The biggest problem is actually speaking. They're very good with writing, they're very good with grammar even, but when it comes to listening and speaking, it is very, very tough because they are not colloquial enough. Sometimes when you're learning very formal English, you find it very difficult to go to the street. How do you do? And people say, I'm great. How about you? You know, it's that kind of very formal, it's not colloquial, it's very unusable. So sometimes when you're watching shows, when you're writing a script, the use of the language is very natural, it's very colloquial. It gives you the confidence to be able to use that out aloud, right? So we're going to see that in action. And also today's session with Dr. Joanne, her theme, right? Read beyond words. What she meant really is, when you're reading it, the words, it has a meaning, but it has a lot more other than just the meaning. It has tone, right? It has expression. If you are delivering the word face to face, you have body language. So if I'm talking to you in a very soft way, I want to convey the word in a certain emotion. And when I'm saying out loud, I want to amplify my intention to you. Right? So that is what it meant by read beyond words. So when you're doing Vactors Club, when you're writing the play, you would be able to you would be able to put that into action. And really, she talked about the whole language approach to learning, and you're going to see an element of that in Vactors Club as well, because we are going to situate reading aloud as a form of social entertainment. What is a social entertainment? So you may think of karaoke, you go and sing song with your friends, but I'm trying to create this movement. I'm trying to tell people that it's cool to read aloud. So imagine that you have a script. Let's get onto the script, right? I mean, whatever your favorite show is, we have the script, and then we are all in different locations. Fine, that is the beauty of technology. Let us all get together and create an audio play. And that is what you're going to do with me later on. All right, so that is the learning objective. So just very quickly, how are you going to use it in schools? Plenty. As long as you buy into this concept, you have thousands of ideas. You have no lack of ideas because you will hone the language skills, not just in the language arts lesson, but across any curriculum, right? Science, history, whatever, because you need to do presentation. You can do storytelling, of course. But then you can do presentation of a science experiment, you can do a presentation of a history project. So some of you are trying to take pictures, I'll try to blow you up a little bit more. Right? Now, am I making all this up? I'm not. If you just go to Spotify, just go to Apple Music, just go and look through podcasts. You can find a lot of genres, right? Crime, you can talk about economics, you can talk about so many different things, and all those genres could actually be topics that you can get your students to write on, or even you as a student to write on. So many of the digital tools are aimed at students, but we think that it should be relevant to teachers as well. We want teachers to come on board. The moment that you come on board and use it as your own tool, guess what? You will be able to introduce this to your students, right? Because you already have the confidence to use it. Most of the time, you are very fearful of technology. Why? Because you are worried that you will go awry. It will happen something that you don't know how to react. You don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that. You're always relying on your ICT assistant, right? But if you are very proficient in using this, there is no problem at all, right? So that's all I have for you.